Got it.
So, we begin your story as a day unlike any other for you. It is normal, at least as normal as it can be for someone like yourself. You're in your apartment in the not middle part of London, but near the outskirts, still within the city borders. You have just awoken and feeling much hungrier than last night. It has been a while since you fed, and you know that hunger, you know that pain is growing. You need to feed, and soon, or the beast gets to play. So, you wake, you look around, see your normal apartment, you're alone. What do you do? What is a normal day for Kofi?
Hmm. I think Kofi's gonna get up, kind of like scratch her head a little bit, and immediately go to a notebook that she has probably next to her desk, and immediately like write down any lyrics or like notes that came to her mind, even if it like looks like gibberish. She like quickly is like writing it down. That's the first thing she does, and uh and like any thoughts that came to her mind while probably not while she was sleeping, but the second she's woken up, if there was anything on her mind, she immediately goes writes it down. um
Well, if you're going to try and write another hit song, then please, why don't you make your first ever roll for a wits mm, performance check?
Wits performance check.
That
So I click on roll for wit,
you
and then
click on the skill first and then hit the attribute.
oh, the skill then the attribute. Okay, I did that backwards. Skill is performance, second attribute is wits. Ah, modifier? Nothing?
Do you have any specialties that would come into play with music?
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, there you go. You get to add one extra dice for each specialty that kind of works along with what you're trying to roll for.
Okay, so music, submit. Uh-oh, what's that?
Okay. 3 successes. After arising from what you would call sleep, but it is definitely not sleep. It is a void of consciousness.
Mhm.
But you are still flooded with words and music. And going down, you can actually focus your mind, beginning to write down the lyrics, as well as what type of music might go well with it. And with a 3 successes, you can tell that you're beginning to write the starting of a very beautiful song. Now, what type of song do you think your character would be writing? Would it be a pop, a jazz, a rock music?
I think right now it would be a jazz song.
Jazz song.
Yeah, beginning is jazz. Yeah, she's in a jazzy kind of vibe.
Okay. And you are successful with beginning to write something special, something that if you worked on maybe a bit more could become a real seller, a real hit, depending if you wanted to get back into the limelight again.
Yeah, no, not right now. Yeah, I think she like hums it to herself and she goes, nice, nice, nice. Um, One day she wants to go back into the limelight. Of course, if her sire allows her to, because he's been very clingy lately. Like I'm hardly a fledging anymore, but whatever. Um, yeah. So yeah, so that's her first thing she does. Um, do our stomachs growl?
No, they do not growl, but it is almost like being stabbed in the stomach, in the heart.
Oh,
It is a burning sensation that there is a void inside you that you need to try and fill. You know that you handle this most feedings, but it's been a while, and that feeling is growing. And if it continues to grow, well, I will ask this about your character. Do you think in 6 years of being what you are now, there has ever been a point where you have actually killed someone while feeding? An
um,
accidental? Or
an
is it that
accent.
you have managed 6 years seeing other kindred take lives by accident? You have worked very hard not to take a human life.
Yeah, she has worked very hard to not take a human's life.
Then you
Like, very
know,
hard.
then you definitely know that as you have worked this hard, getting your hunger to these types of levels is can be devastating. And if it is not fed, you'll most likely go after the first human you see. So this needs to get taken care of soon rather than later.
Gotcha. Alright, so she gets up and she heads over to, like, look out the window a bit to see if where is animalism? I'm trying to remember how that first thing works.
Speaking of animalism, as you look out the window, you will hear noise behind you as something rushes by your legs and goes and jumps up on the sofa and lies down.
Oh yeah. She's definitely gonna like be petting him and be like, "Hey, Johnny." Um,
As
but I think she's trying not to be too close to him right now.
That is a good point. As you go to pet him, he will actually not yelp in pain, but he will make a moaning noise, like dogs make that noise when they are upset or sad. As you go to try and pet him, and you can see that your fateful friend is already sensing the beast growing inside of you, and he looks a little bit afraid of you.
Once she sees this, she like fully gets up and walks away from him, and she like tells him to stay. She maybe says it a little bit too aggressively, but she's like, "Stay," and she's going to try and, huh? Like I'm gonna read what the animalism bond famulus thing mean exactly that
Familiar.
means. Yeah, familiar, great. Um, when blood bonding, yada yada, the vampire could make a home skillet, form a mental link with it, facilitate use of other. Well, follow the symbols, yada yada yada. Stay. Oh, okay. So she said stay already. That's cool. Um. Okay, so I shouldn't drink from him, but I could feed him. This animal must be fed the user's blood on 3 separate nights. Okay, but I should not drink from him, I guess. Okay.
You should also, you would know, and you would know this, you should also
Hmm.
probably not try and feed him any of your blood, as when you do, there is a good chance you get hungrier. And if you get to 5, you would rip him apart in seconds.
Yikes. Okay, yeah, no. So she's gonna head outside then and see if she can find um a critter outside or something like that.
Well, how long would you say Kofi has been in London now? Would it be a few years? Would it be a new thing? Or how long?
I would say, let's see, maybe 2 or 3 years, because I would think she was brought there by Grigory once she was changed.
Mm-hmm.
So then I guess technically she would have been a vampire for 6 years. So I would say about 4 years she's been there.
4 years. In that
Yeah.
time, shall we see if you haven't made a feeding ground of your own? So
Oh,
let's
okay.
roll a intelligence. investigation.
Intelligence investigation. So that's skill and then attributes. No modifiers.
2 successes. The hunger is working against you, as you cannot re-roll any of them, as they are the
Oh,
red dice.
oh, I see.
So, in those 6 years with a 2 success, you have not been able to find, as you are in London, a a farm in which you could feed off of many cows or horses or pigs, animals of many different kinds. In those years, it has been a difficult time finding animals, especially in the middle of London, a city like this, unless you wanted to feed off of pigeons or rats. But even vampire or kindred of your kind who only feed on animals have their limits, and rats and pigeons are probably the lowest form of food that a
Yeah.
kindred could eat. Not to mention gross.
Yeah. She's definitely like, ugh, do I have to? Um,
But with a 2, I will say that in your search these years, you have seen, not exactly gone and fed from there before, but in recent nights, you have found a place that was tucked away, that you only just discovered, a petting zoo in the very heart of the city. Um, People can go pay money to pet the animals, especially it's a big place for kids to go and pet the sheep and the goats and the pigs and play with them. You know, if you wanted, you could possibly go there, or you could head out, spend most of the day heading out of London to go into the farmlands or the forests, or you could even just search for a neighbor's dog or cat to feed from. It is up to you.
I think she's gonna head to the petting zoo,
Okay.
but like try not to take a path where there's the most people. But
Hmm.
whatever, yeah, she's gonna head to the petting zoo on her moped.
Okay. Well, the question is, before you go out and do this,
Hmm.
I've got to ask: does your sire support you financially speaking, or do you think you would have a job?
He supports her, but I'll say she definitely has been like, she'll probably put music out here and there and like make a little bit of money, but that goes to her siblings. So when he sends her money, she's just like, "Ugh, I'm not gonna use it," but that she uses it in an emergency. But I think she is gonna start looking for a job soon. Maybe a dog walker.
Oh, that's gonna end poorly. A vampire that only feeds on animals, walking dogs.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll have a happy ending.
Oh no.
Let me just give your puppy a name. There you go. That was his
Oh,
name, right?
yeah, Johnny Handsome.
Okay.
Oh
So,
no.
as you are mostly taken care of by your sire, you do not need to run off to a job, as it is at one of the weekdays. So, you are free to go. And yeah, you begin to move to the door, and you will see Johnny will jump down and kind of again give you a whimper as you move to the door, wanting to follow you, but also at the same time too scared to get too close to you.
Yeah. She for a second like pets him, but then she goes, "I'll be right back, okay?" And then we'll go on a walk.
He will
And
bury his nose into his paws as he begins to lie down.
oh, you'll be fine. And then she heads out.
All right, heading out into the city.
Oh wow.
Ooh, why are they there? Get out of here. So, Why does the music always die? It really gets me.
Oh wow.
As you leave your building, which, it is not a fantastic, beautiful, overpriced building. It is a simple building, a small apartment, not anywhere near the middle of London, but still quite close to the city. As you leave, you will see and hear the rain all around you falling. Yet another rainy day in London. One of the things you may miss about America is that, you know, rainy days were not as prevalent as they are here. And it seems like this is the music of this city, the sound of rain falling and lightning strikes in the distance. You've grown very
Ooh.
accustomed to it over these years.
Yes. I think sometimes she likes it. She just doesn't like when it gets all in her hair. But but for the most part she's like, I like the soundscape of the rain.
Well, one good thing about Ginnet being a kindred, no matter how messed up your hair gets, you always revert to the form you were when you died, which is a very good thing if you want to keep your hair in style.
Yes, she does.
But you head out. Would you say that you take an umbrella or do you just walk in the rain?
No, she's just walking in the rain, especially if she's taking her moped. She probably just has her helmet on, and that's about it.
Right.
Brush her hair out of her eyes a little bit.
Now, there is one more thing that you notice when leaving your building. It is the heartbeats, the sounds of pulsing blood in the thousands, the millions of mortals walking around you now. And they all smell delicious.
Oof.
Now, usually, you know that you can control yourself as long as you don't see or smell spilled blood. Let us hope you do not come across anyone with a bloody nose.
Yep. Uh, I think when she hears their hearts, she's gonna try to like count like metronome in her head, like a different way, or try to like listen to the music that's playing in her own head and try to like bleed it out. But I think unfortunately, since the heartbeats kind of are like a rhythm of their own, every now and then she like is like bopping to the heartbeats, and she's like, no, 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 let's get to this petting zoo.
You will, however, as you begin to move out, trying to get to your moped, getting away from all this cattle that is walking beside you in the streets, you will hear one heartbeat that is quite a bit slower than all the rest. And you recognize this heartbeat. It's a heartbeat that you listen to most nights, as it belongs to one of the older ladies that lives in your apartment. The same apartment building. And
Oof.
you feel her getting closer, the beat getting closer behind you until you actually hear her voice. Kofi? That you, darling?
uh, good, good morning. Sorry, good night. Hey, how are you? What are you doing out here?
Oh,
Is
just
it,
went to go shopping. Just got some bits. Are you alright, dear? You seem a bit out of it.
oh, yeah, yeah, I'm just in a rush to get to a place. You know, I have to feed the dog and, uh, it's just working on my music. You know, as artist types have to find inspiration, anywhere if we can.
Well, what I hear from your room, it sounds quite lovely. And with that, could you make me a wits awareness check?
Awareness, yes. Wits, no.
3 successes. All right.
Ugh.
Listening to the heartbeat of this woman, a woman you've gotten to know maybe a few years now. Nice little old lady, keeps to herself mostly, but when she sees you, she always gives you a smile, chats with you a bit, asks about your family. You know, a very nice neighbor to have. And listening to her heart, you know this to be something that you've been dealing with for the last few years. She's old, her heartbeat is slowing, and just from the sound of it alone, you can tell that soon, not next, the next day or anything, but soon she is going to pass away. Her heart is getting weaker, and you can hear it. With each beat, it seems to slow just a little bit more. And if it weren't for your kindred abilities, you wouldn't notice. But now you do notice things like this. And it maybe makes you feel a little bit sad, knowing that she's going to be gone soon.
Um, uh, so have you gotten any visits from your like family or anything lately? Talked to, I don't know,
Oh,
Grant? Yeah.
no, they're up north, and well, they don't have time for little old me, and I don't blame them. They've got their own lives to live, and
What?
it's fine. It's fine. They call every week or so, but maybe on Christmas we'll all get together. You can tell she won't make it till Christmas.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, maybe once I work on that, I can show you the next time, you know, once I'm done with what I'm doing. Maybe every now and then I pop over and I can play you a couple of tunes or so, if you want. I can even show you how to, you know, play a little bit on the piano, and I'm sure Johnny would love to see you too. He's big old thing, loves seeing you.
That sounds lovely, dear. I could make us some tea and biscuits. How does that
Yeah,
sound?
that would be delicious.
Well, anytime you want to pop over, dear, just let me know. Come knocking, and I'll be there. Um, this is quite lovely, actually. Well. Oh, this is getting late. Oh, I better be
Mhm.
going. But anytime, dear, you come pop round.
I
Anytime.
will. Get home safe. Don't get too excited.
Oh, my heart. But yes, she will begin to walk away with a new smile on her face and maybe a small bit of hope in that smile.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I sweat, but Kofi's sweating.
Okay. But you are free now. You see a clearing to your bike. And do you wish to go on?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay. You quickly rush over, put on your helmet, kind of struggle every time just to put all that hair under that small helmet, but you manage to do it. And you jump on board and begin to go. It is quite busy with the traffic, and it does take a while, but eventually you will arrive outside of a large kind of park area, but connected with it will be a smaller building that seems to have big signs saying, petting zoo, kids are this much, adults are this much. We are open these days at these hours, and you can already see that it is closed right now, as it is way too late. So, what do you do?
Um, I almost said roll for perception. Um,
Welcome to my world.
yeah. Do I I see do I see anyone there at all? Like
Make me a wits. Oh god, you've got me fucked up now. Awareness. Jesus.
What's awareness? Here we go. Awareness. What's. Nope. There we go. What? Nope.
You are being very lucky with 4 hunger right now. How you have not bestial failed is beyond me.
Motivation.
Okay. With a 4, it is clear to see that in the park most people are. You see wanderers going by, making their way homes after a busy day at work. And this small petting zoo, there is no one on the inside, no customers at least. However, you do see one younger individual, maybe around your age, or at least when you are human, your age. Looks like a rent-a-cop, a security guard, with a flashlight and nothing more. And he seems to be on the inside of the main building watching TV, but every now and then he gets up, kind of looks through the windows, looks at the animals, and then sits back down. What do you want to do?
Huh. Okay. What are my disciplines? Okay. I think she's going to walk in. I can see the animals, right? Or I still can't see them.
You cannot see them. You can see their pens where they would be kept. You'd have to get
Gotcha.
into the main part if you wanted to see them.
Okay. Um, so Kofi is going to head towards where the guard is, and oh wait, I can turn invisible, right? No, I can't turn invisible
If you stand still, I believe you
if I
can.
stand still. Oh, sick. All right, yeah. So she's gonna try to walk past.
I can
uh,
do that.
yeah. Oh, I should have done the silent thing. Whatever. I don't even care. Um, she's gonna walk past like when he's looking at the TV, she's gonna try to like walk by to get into the park.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and
Now,
then
you know this power only works if you're standing still. So,
yes,
you're going to have to make me a dexterity stealth check.
dexterity stealth check. Oh, okay. See, good thing I just added something in stealth. Please, no hunger. Oh no.
Okay. And this is versus his wits awareness.
Mm-hmm.
It is a tie, and that means it goes to the player. You are successful. As
Yes.
somehow you begin to move into where the animal pens are after climbing over a gate. As you have to go past one of the windows that he's looking out of when he doesn't look at the TV, and you make a break for it, quickly moving past the window, just as he also looks out that window. But at the same time, you will see this and quickly grab what looks to be a spare shovel, probably to shovel up the poop of the animals, and you quickly push it over to one side, making a noise on the other part. He will quickly move his head over, looking through the right window instead of the left now, getting up and having a seeing the fallen over shovel. He will just kind of go back to watching TV. However, you do make it past the window, and now you can see what looks to be a bunch of sleeping baby goats, a bunch of sleeping baby pigs. You see a cage full of ferrets, and you see a real dickhead peacock that already looks like he wants to kick your ass for some reason, because all peacocks are like that.
They are.
And
um.
and you also see what is that? You see what looks to be 2 horses.
Ooh. Okay. I don't want to get hoofed by a horse. Um, you know what? She's gonna go over to a goat.
A baby goat that is sleeping. A lamb.
Yes. Yes.
Would you say
Yeah.
Kofi is enjoys lamb?
Yeah, she likes lamb.
Okay. You see the baby goats, and at this point, make me one more as you are sneaking up on these animals. As you know, most animals react very poorly when seeing someone of your kind. So please make me one more dexterity stealth. And also
All
remember, you
right.
can rouse the blood, but that will take a rouse, and you could go up to level 5 hunger.
Um, I'll do what was the roll again? Stealth
Dexterity.
dexterity? I think I'll do that
Okay.
just in case. I don't want to get rid of all these poor animals. Stealth
Oh no, you'd go
dexterity.
after the guard if you got to 5.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to go out there. Oh
0.
no.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, heading up to the baby goats, you will see one of the horses that are standing, still awake, will see you getting close to them, and it will immediately begin to charge over, as animals usually have a few responses when seeing one of your kind: fight, flight, or freeze. And this one seems to be in a fighty mood. Running over to the side of its pen, it will begin to make noise and beginning to wake up some of the other animals. I will let you, as this is your feeding type, to make me a composure animal kin check. Try and calm the horse.
Okay. Uh, com animal kin, composure, and
If
then
if you have any specialties that you can add to this, now's the time.
yes, perfect.
2. The
Two.
difficulty for this was 2.
Oh, dang horses! All right.
The horse will, a beautiful, beautiful brown horse with a white patch going down the nose, will start to make noise. In a flash, you will be in front of it, and you will whisper, and you will stare it in the eyes, and you'll be able to make a connection more than just animal handling than humans do, but somehow your beast is talking to this beast, and there is a connection, and it begins to settle. Out of fear, respect, or love, you're not sure, but it does begin to settle. What do you do?
Um, I think she's gonna bite the horse.
Okay. In that case, make me a. I'll give you a choice here. I'll
Mhm.
let you roll a strength brawl, or I'll let you make a composure animal kin roll to try
I'm
and
gonna do
tame it,
that.
or try and just grapple it.
Hmm. You know, let's. No, I don't want to grapple it. That's mean. I'll I'll do an animal kin composure, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Animal kin with the specialty or no?
What is your specialty?
It just says specific animal skill, animal kin.
Let me
Hmm?
Okay, with that, I think it means you need to pick one animal that, because it has to be something very minute when it comes to your specialties. So it could be dogs because you have a dog. But I'll let you choose that later, and I'll let you have it for now. But in the future, you will need to pick one animal that you are good at, controlling.
Okay. I'll probably choose dogs then. But
If you
they're
want to roll
small
that, you
pets.
can. 4. Not only do you manage to calm this animal, you stare it down and you begin to whisper into its ear, calming it even more, to the point where it looks almost hypnotized. And with that, you will go into the side of the gigantic neck that to you just looks like one hell of a steak. And you will
Yes.
bite down. So, first things first, as you are at 4 hunger, as you taste blood, you need to make me a frenzy roll to see if you keep control or do you tear this horse apart.
Gotcha. Frenzy. Oop. No modifiers. Difficulty?
Difficulty would be 3 as you are tasting blood.
3.
Easy.
Oh!
You've fed off many animals these few nights, and this is nothing different. You remain in control of the beast at all times as you bite in. And how much would you like to take from this horse? As it is a very big animal, you could take a lot more than a, let's say, from a human or a small lamb before it is in danger of dying.
If I took 3, would it just be tired?
If you took 3 from a giant horse, it would, it'd be, yeah, it'd just be tired. It wouldn't be in any danger or anything.
Cool. She's gonna take 3 then.
Okay. And with that, you go down to 1 hunger.
Whew.
As you know, the only way to get rid of that last hunger is if you were to kill a human and devour a part of their soul as you kill them.
Yes, that makes sense. All right.
But
Thanks.
you're welcome. But yes, as you come away from the horse, you will see it kind of a little bit dazed, but then realizing what you are, it will kind of not go into a full kicking frenzy, but kind of give a kick, not in your general direction, but a kick, and quickly walks away. Not walks, actually trots away fast.
Yeah, she feel like carefully wipes off her mouth and does like a
And
look around.
well, with that, make me another wits awareness. Now with only 1 hunger.
Wits awareness.
If you fail this now, now that you've gone down to 1, it'll be amazing.
Uh.
Oh, you did.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, you think you should be stronger right now after you've just fed and your hunger as well, much of it has gone away. But somehow you didn't realize, when now looking around, that there was a light shining on you at the last part. Not being able to see you feeding off of this animal, thankfully, but seeing you as you turn around and you see the security guard looking at you, and he looks angry and just says, "What are you doing? Can't you see we're closed?" Right, I'm calling the police.
Um. Actually, she's going to do cloud memory with him.
Okay.
Does that work?
Using cloud memory, you will look into his eyes as he says this, and he will blink. Do you do anything?
Um. Can she move him, or is it just he's like dazed?
He's just a little dazed, he's kind of blinking right now, just, rubbing his eyes.
I think she's going to go over to him, like closer to him, and hold up her phone and be like, "Oh my god, I found it! Thank you so much! Thank you so much!"
What? Uh, we're closed.
Yeah,
Right.
I lost my phone, and then you remember all of the. Are you okay?
Uh, yeah. Yeah. You got your phone then.
Yeah, it's right here. Thanks so much.
Yeah, that's fine. But just next time, make sure your belongings are with you before you leave, and don't come back when we're closed, Miss. Come back in the morning when we reopen.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Thank you again, really. And she's gonna get the hell out of there.
Good night, Miss.
Good night.
God, have I got like a fucking brain tumor? What the? And he kind of walks into the main building again.
Oof.
But with
Okay.
that, you are fed, and the night is yours.
Yay.
What do you wish to do from there?
Um. From there, I think. Well, she doesn't want to do this, but she knows she has to do this. She's gonna check in with her sire, um, and who's probably just been texting her and like calling her, but she's been ignoring it to
Well,
keep.
that is something that he does all the time.
Yeah.
But about 3 hours ago, those texts and calls stopped.
Oh. Huh. Hmm. So now I think she's definitely gonna check on him.
Well, as you know, your sire right now is out of town.
Oh.
But it is weird. He usually is pretty, what's the word? Obsessive when it comes to you. And yeah, you haven't seen any texts or messages or phone calls from him in a few hours now.
So I think she'll shoot him a text and kind of be like, "Hey, just ate, so no need to worry about that. How's your trip so far? Thanks for the money, but I don't need it." And then she sends a smiley face.
Okay. You
Um,
wait a few minutes. Doesn't seem to be any reply.
hmm. Do I know where he was going, or he just said he was going on a trip?
You know that with his business being a talent scout and trying to find people with, you know, potential,
Mm-hmm.
it can take him, all over the country, but it also can take him abroad. And the last time that you heard from him, he was actually heading to Iceland.
Oh.
But that was weeks ago, and you know he should be returning soon, or he should have at least returned any time now in the last few days, tonight, tomorrow, could be any time.
Okay. I think she sends another text and she goes, um, "Hey, just call me when you're in town, heading to, hmm, call me when you're in town. What's stuff that Kofi does in town at night besides, well, all she does is make music.
She could maybe go
Hmm.
to her favorite jazz club to listen to some of the
Yeah.
street musicians.
Okay. Yeah, so she's gonna be like, "Hey, call me when you're in town, heading to, let's say, I don't know if there's like a circle where people, kind of like how we have like Union Square here, where people just play music out on the street for like forever, unless they get
In
arrested."
London, it's Piccadilly Circus.
Yeah, so then heading to Piccadilly to chill for a bit, maybe write some tunes. Wrote something cool this morning, and then she sends it.
Okay. Now,
Piccadilly.
it is a very good thing that you fed before coming here, as it
Oh
is, it is like that cross section in Tokyo where There's like a million people all at once just running across streets and things. It is hectic. It is bright. It is a lot of noise. And going there, if you were at 4 hunger or 5, you could do a lot of damage in a place like this.
Oh yeah.
But you find a few musicians there, using upside down buckets as drums, using guitars that don't have all their strings. They are truly street performers, and all looking to make it big somehow, some way.
Hmm. Yeah, she definitely is like vibing with them and so like listening, uh kind of looking at the people who are also enjoying the music as well, but she's not looking too hard just in case she like gets hungry or something. But I think she's just enjoying the vibe of what's going on. Um Maybe even like here and there she's like patting her legs to the music too and like is vibing. Uh
Make me
yeah,
another wits awareness, please.
another wits awareness. Da 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 da. Oh, on the wrong page. Awareness. Why does it show the beast at the bottom?
That's just in case if you get, because you basically if the difficulty you don't meet it, it could end badly, but you do meet it, so it's fine.
Okay, gotcha.
So with a 2 success, that is just enough to see, and I don't know yet, and you're going to have to tell me,
Mm-hmm.
but one of the musicians that's on the street and they're just jamming with what looks to be a harmonica and a guitar with plugged into a kind of a portable um, amp. You'll see a very pale woman dressed very beautifully, um, and a gentleman also dressed very fashionably kind of walk over to them and begin to talk with this musician. And you can tell already from this distance, they haven't noticed you yet, but they are kindred. And you can tell just by how they're talking with him, how they're moving around him, how they're trying to convince him to go with them, maybe even for an opportunity to maybe sign a deal and get his music out there. You can tell they are on the hunt. And when it comes to Kofi,
Mm.
how how involved would she be with other kindred in London? Does she know a lot of them? Does she go to kindred bars and kindred clubs, or does she prefer to hang with the humans?
I think she does go to kindred bars, but I don't know if there's like Malkavian spots. But she'll go to like either stuff that's music related or places where there's other Malks or places that maybe she shouldn't be going, just to rebel against her sire a little bit. But yeah, she definitely goes to kindred bars as well and probably talks to a couple, but I don't know if she has any actual kindred friends. I
Hmm.
think she talked, yeah, I don't know if she actually has
There
any
is
friends.
one kindred that you know of who would have been assigned to you when coming into this territory as a new kindred from out of town. You would have been given someone to let you know the ropes, where you should go, where you shouldn't go. The person that gives you the warnings. And
Mhm,
this person is Clara, another Malkavian who was assigned to you, not very close with you, not friends in any large sense of the word, but you
mhm.
talk with her every now and then, mostly just to check up on things. But yeah, would you say that's pretty much the brunt of your involvement when it comes to kindred society?
Yeah. she definitely talks to people, knows people, but she doesn't make anyone close enough to call her friends.
Mm. And you would know in recent nights, going to Malkavian hangouts as becoming more and more scarce, and it has mostly ceased. As you
Mm-hmm.
know, there are rumors that Malkavians have been going missing for the last few months, and it has been building and building. And people of your clan, as you are separate from the Camarilla, you do not have their protection. You are not a part of the Anak, so you do not have their protection. You are on your own. But the rumors that you have heard, especially from what's her name again?
Clara,
Yeah, Claire. You
Clara.
know that she is a part of the Camarilla, and she is very worried about the situation. And it seems that Malkavians have stopped gathering in groups. They have
Mm,
gone underground for the most part. Either they have left London, they're hiding somewhere in London, or much worse. But something is happening with the Malkavian clan. Thankfully, it seems not to have affected you, at least not yet.
yeah. um. Okay. Let's see. So, does she interact with these people?
You
Um.
do see with A2, I'll also say,
Uh-huh.
they the guy is wearing a ring and the woman is wearing a necklace, but each of them have the same symbol. This is the symbol of the Camarilla.
Oh. Hmm. I think she goes over. Yeah. Gotta protect
Okay.
musicians.
You walk over and you hear the woman saying, "Oh, yes, darling. Your music is something special. And when we get it out there, everyone will know that." As she kind of begins to caress his chest very faintly, as the man also walks behind him and says, "Yep, I've got to admit, you have a real talent. But are you ready for the next step?" And he puts his hand on his shoulder, while the human seems to be overjoyed at this and is kind of stuttering at the thought of it. Yes, I, I've got some tapes here, and we could, I mean, in your car. I'll go with you, of course. This is amazing. But
Oh no.
that's where you will walk over and say or do what?
Oh. Okay. She comes over and she's gonna look at them a bit. Like look at both of them, and I don't think she would nod. They have the Camarilla. Does everyone who's in the how do you pronounce it again? How do you pronounce
Oh, I was muted. Camarilla.
Camarilla? Camarilla. Does everyone in the Camarilla have like insignia that they're in it, or is it just important people?
No, it is more of a. Usually, a lot of people, even the upper people, don't like to show off their of the Camarilla, just in case there are humans, certain faction of humans out there that know certain things and know certain symbols, and this could be a bad thing to show off. But these two seem to be very proud of the fact that they are Camarilla and are clearly trying to show it off. And
Oh my
if you
gosh.
look here, this is what they look like.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so Kofi's gonna come over and look at them and then look to the musician and go, "Can I actually have some of your tapes? Cause I've been in studio here and there, and I really, what I've heard so far, it looks like stuff I'd love to work on with you, you know?" And she goes, "Oh, sorry, excuse me, I didn't. Or are you talking to them or something?"
Oh, Yes. I'm sorry. Are you a producer as well?
Something like that. I'm an artist as well. Yeah, I'm an artist as well. My producer is actually coming back into town soon, but yeah, no. I make music as well, and it's what I've heard from you just sitting here. You really got, just like they said, you really got talent, but do you really want to immediately be put under? No offense to you guys, of course. Uh, don't you should work with other artists, and then once you like have your footing, then go to like producers and stuff like that. This is just me talking as
As
another
you
artist.
say this, as you're going on and discussing this, the man will look not angry, but a little annoyed, and he will begin to look you up and down. But the woman will catch you as her eyes begin to change color, and you will notice the lights behind her and the man you are talking to, the human, will begin to flicker, and all the electronics around this area will begin to malfunction and flicker on and off, on and off.
Kofi's gonna like briefly look at that and be like, "Yeah, see what I mean? Uh, I really think you could do more for yourself, not here. You know? Yeah. Honestly, you should really just get out of here right now. But hey, you want my card? We can talk further after if you want, if you're interested. Again, I don't mean to interrupt the conversation you were having with them. You know.
Oh, of course not. Of course you didn't, darling. But I must say, Andrew, and she'll kind of again put the hand on the human. Are you sure you wish to work with someone so? And she looks you up and down at the clothes you're wearing, at the style you're going with. Old fashioned. And clearly, well, no bodyguards, no limousine. And she'll look past her shoulder at her limousine waiting for her. You can't be much of a success, darling. Now, can you?
Yeah. Actually, I could. I don't have to flaunt money to have money. You know what I mean? I'm trying to
Hmm.
be down with the people.
Okay. I'm going to say, make me a
Okay.
charisma. Actually, I'm going to say, because you are quite literally trying to, well, I'm going to let you pick
Oh
charisma,
no.
persuasion, or manipulation persuasion. Up to you. And she will also roll against you.
Charisma and persuasion, or manipulation and persuasion.
Yep.
It's the same role.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. Is she manipulating him? Yeah. I'll
Are you
do a manip.
rousing?
Uh, what's rouse again?
So you go down to the bottom of your sheet, hit the
Uh huh.
rouse button, and if it rolls under, you will gain a hunger die. So your hunger will go up, but
Uh
you
huh.
get to add a +2 dice to this roll. If you roll
Oh.
over and get a 6 or above, your hunger stays the same, and you still get to roll a +2 to this roll.
I think I will try rouse.
Okay.
Rouse the blood.
You're fine. Your hunger stays at 1, and you get a +2 to add to this dice now. This roll, sorry.
All right. So I think I'll do hmm. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong order. Persuasion with, yeah, let's do manipulation. She's trying to manipulate him.
You need to get a 3 or more to beat her.
Let's do dice. Oh no.
Wait, you added a +2 to that? You only had a 2 dice pool?
Or
Did you
which
do that
one?
right? Hang on, let me check. You did manipulation and persuasion, which is 0. So 2. Yeah, wow, that's a small roll for you.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. You can willpower, but you can only willpower one of those black dice. You can only willpower losses on black dice. And as 2 of them are successes, you can only reroll one of them for one of your willpower for the night. You need to get that a success, and you can only do this once. Would you like to do that?
No, she'll let this play out. I'll let this play out.
Okay. In that case, as again she begins to caress the back of this man's neck, he will begin to think about what you've said and how you've said it. And he will look at you softly in the eyes and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss. It's just that I've been doing this for 2 years now, and this looks like my big break. I'm not going to throw it away." And he will turn to the woman. Can we go? Can we, I want to take the next step. And the woman will just say,
Rip.
"Of course, dear. Let's be on our way. It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss. What was your name again?"
Uh-oh. Chusayo. Miss Chusayo. That works.
Okay. Miss
And what was
Isayo.
yours? I'm sorry.
That's because I didn't give it, dear. And she'll begin to walk away.
Dang it.
The man will smile, look at you for a few more seconds, and then join her as they all begin to climb in the back of the limo. And you'll watch as the driver opens the door, then closes it, and he looks sad as the human climbs in the back. A few moments later, they'll begin to drive off into the night. Most likely you will never see that person again.
Well, that's why I eat animals.
But
Yeah.
the night is getting late, and the morning will be coming soon. What do you wish to do?
I think Kofi now is just gonna head home. Maybe walk. What's his name? Johnny.
What's his name?
Yeah, she's gonna give Johnny a walk, and then maybe while she's walking him, she's gonna call. Oh yeah, have I gotten a text back yet or no?
You have not. And as you go back home, you will notice something very strange. Johnny is outside your building, tied up to a post in the rain. He looks very miserable and very wet and very cold.
Oh, who messed with my dog? She goes over to him and like is untying him, and like bring. Oh my god, she's gonna give him a big old squeezy hug, not too hard.
As you squeeze him, it's like squeezing a sponge as water just pours out of all that hair.
This is gonna take forever to get out of you. Okay, can I look around to see what's? Or she's gonna get out of the water as well, because I'm sure she's soaking wet as well.
Well, on the outside, as you look around, you'll notice your apartment. The lights are on, and someone is inside playing music loudly.
What? Um, does it sound like her music that's being played, or is it just
It's
like
your music.
And my dog is outside. Okay. Okay, yeah. She's gonna take Johnny and head back inside. Uh I know where the old lady lives, right?
Down the hall from you.
Down the hall. I think I'm gonna head up and then quickly stop to her and
keep in
Be
mind,
like,
it
hmm?
is like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh right, I forgot. I'm like, take my dog. No, no, no. So she's not gonna do that. She's just gonna go up to her apartment, but like listen for footsteps or anything. Can people usually smell if there's a kindred in?
They can if they have the right powers, which I
Oh,
don't think you have.
I don't think so either.
Do you have a bloodhound?
Bloodhound.
It would be in
Uh,
your merits.
in my merits. No, I do not think so. Where the heck is that? Oh no, I don't have that.
And you don't have any dots in protein, right?
Protein? What is? No,
It's
I'm gonna say.
okay. That's a power, a different power set. So
Oh,
it's the one that lets you like transform your body into like more of an animal and things like that.
gotcha. Yeah, no, definitely don't have that.
Okay.
So yeah, so she's just gonna listen, and then yeah,
You
she's
will
gonna listen.
hear stomping, like someone jumping up and down.
Who the heck is in my apartment?
The door's unlocked. It looks like someone's jimmied with it and probably picklocked it.
All right, she's just gonna head in, with Johnny, and maybe kind. Oh, I haven't fed Johnny. It's fine. Yeah, she's gonna head in with Johnny and kind of knock on her door and be like, "Hello."
Okay. On the inside, with the music blaring, you'll see a person in front of the windows now who is dancing and jumping up and down, long hair, and just from the backside, you can tell who this person is. It's Claire. She
Oh,
seems to have visited. And you know her, she is a bit of a wild card. She is a bit of a partier. And she's a bit of a honestly a bit of a inconsiderate weirdo. That would be the things to describe her as. She can get very emotional very quickly, and then all that emotion can just disappear in a second.
gotcha,
She is
gotcha.
a bit on the unstable side.
Unstable AF. Gotcha.
And as you open the door, you will see Johnny begin to growl at her.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Um, she's gonna take Johnny. Well, she's gonna look at Clara first and just kind of like shake her head and be like, I'll be right back. And she's gonna put Johnny inside the bathroom and like quickly just put a towel on him, like just a little bit wrap it around him and be
Okay?
like, stay. You're such a good boy. She like pets him a bit and then she's gonna close her door and head over to where Clara is dancing.
As you
Um,
do so, you will hear Johnny immediately begin to scratch at the door, wanting to get at the kindred that is now in most likely jumping up and down on his dog bed. But you move over to Claire, and as she sees you, she'll kind of come dance with me, woo! And she'll just begin to jump even higher, showing a little bit of her powers as she will jump first 2 foot off the ground, then 4 foot, and then all the way up to maybe 9 foot, almost hitting the ceiling of this building.
Clara, uh, she's gonna quickly go over to her windows and like pull down any shades that she can so that you can't see outside what she's doing. And she's gonna like dance a little bit too, because I mean she also really likes her music too. But she's gonna like dance a little and she's gonna be like, hey, I'm dancing, but also what's the visit? It's really nice to see you, but what's going on? But she's like, she is still dancing too with her because she knows she's not gonna get anywhere if she just doesn't dance with her too.
I just wanted to come chat, see how things were, and she'll get close to you now and begin to like move with your body while smiling.
Oh, well, I'm doing fine. I haven't heard anything from Gregory, but other than that, fine. I just had a snack. Though I saw these two. Uh, Chems, I guess. I don't know what she would call. Oh, wait, no, I shouldn't say that.
She's also in the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw these two people, two other kindreds, and they kind of snatched this musician. But that's just the way it is, right? But she's dancing, and she goes, "How are you? Oh my gosh, how are you? It's really nice to see you."
I'm good. I mean, well, could be better. And she'll immediately stop dancing, walk over to the sofa, and just sit down. And, it is one of those mood swings that you have, become accustomed to, where she is all
Mhm.
fun and dancy, and then all of a sudden, another second passes, and she is, moody and kind of depressed looking. And she'll just sit on the sofa now and just, I mean, things could be better. You really should turn down the music. You'll wake your neighbors. Um,
Okay. She heads over and she turns the music down. It probably puts it to like something that's more smooth jazzy.
I didn't hurt your dog. He's fine. Promise.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he's pretty upset because soaking wet.
It's not my
But
fault. I
then
used to have a dog. Dogs used to love me all the time. They used to love me all the time. And I had like two dogs. One was small, one was big. And now they just always want to just bite me. So, well, I try not bite back. And she'll kind of push you with a smile with that.
Kofi's gonna laugh a little bit and well, this is payback from him, and she like shakes her hair out because it's definitely still wet.
Oh,
Um,
oh, of
and she's like, "That's from him." But she's like, "No, but thank you for not biting my dog back.
course.
He's
What are friends
one of
for?
my best friends." Right,
How would you,
friends.
well, yeah, I mean, how would you feel if I, came by here one night and maybe shaved him, completely bald? And she'll go into a big smile as you see her mind racing at the thought.
I would not be happy.
Oh,
I would be actually very upset. She's like, because like me and him are trying to match a vibe. You see how I have this and he has that. It's almost as if like, what if I mean your hair would come back if I cut all your hair off, but me and him have a vibe. We both bite, and we both have big hair. You know?
she'll get real quiet and put a hand on your leg. That's a bit weird.
Yeah. We're all weird though, right?
I'm not weird. I'm perfectly normal.
Oh yeah. Well then I'm weird.
So I was thinking maybe you could let me stay here for a while.
Oh, is something wrong with your place?
No, it's fine. It's just that well, some things have been happening, and well, you've heard the news about Malks going missing and everything, and well, people are starting to group together. Safety in numbers, that type of thing.
Oh, well then of course you could definitely stay with me.
Plus,
I just
been,
hmm?
I've just been having some. I've been seeing some things, and it's got me a little worried. But I'm sure it's fine. Us Malks were a bit.
Yeah, she kind of Kofi does like when people like they like make the circle around their ears where they're like, oh yeah, they're kind of crazy. Yeah, Kofi goes, yeah, everybody thinks well, whatever. She's like, we probably make the most sense to be honest, but
We do. I mean, they just
right,
don't see it like we see it.
exactly. We just see another dimension from uh uh anyways, yeah. We just see another dimension. Yeah. What were we talking about again?
I have no idea. And she'll kind
Oh.
of begin to look out the window for a second, goes quiet, and then looks back at you. So can I stay?
Oh yeah, yeah, right, right. Of course. That's what we're talking about. Yes, definitely you could stay. Just maybe one rule, and again, we see different dimensions. One rule:
Mm-hmm.
please don't leave Johnny outside. If anything, I could work something out with him in the bathroom, or I could figure out something with them. But he's
Promise I won't mistreat Johnny. I love
yes.
him deep down.
Don't shave him. Don't.
Oh,
I mean, if he lets you, and if you get comfortable enough, you could try braiding his hair. I've done that before.
could
Um,
I paint his nails?
yes, of course.
Could I take him for a walk?
Let's see how much he likes that, because I can't speak entirely for him. He's also has his own personality, his
Could
own thoughts.
I dress him like a superhero?
Yes, especially on Halloween,
Hmm.
right?
This
Yeah,
should
Halloween.
work.
Yes, he's just a third roommate. Oh my gosh, there's three of us in here now.
We're like friends, like the show Friends.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
my gosh.
obviously all right. Hmm, I've got to be Rachel. Obviously, I'm Rachel. You've got to be Monica, and Johnny is Joey.
Yes, absolutely.
This is amazing. This is gonna be great.
We can have a sitcom. Oh my gosh, you know what would be a good theme song? And she immediately goes over to her notebook and starts like writing out a theme song.
Now,
Uh
how do you feel about me maybe eating some of your neighbors?
oh. Hmm. I guess
I mean,
as
there's a
long
sickly
as
one down the hall that I could like just snack on every now and then. The older one.
maybe hold off on her. She's been a little bit lonely, and I kind of made this thing that I'll sit with her for a bit and let her talk to Johnny. Maybe when she's closer to her time, just make it a little bit easier for her to
Okay,
go.
but
Is that
does that mean the
everyone knows
neighbors are
that's
off
fine.
limits?
As long as it's not suspicious, you know. Maybe try the next building over.
Hmm.
Um, there's also like this really nice petting zoo, but I don't think that's what you're
Blech.
into. Uh,
I don't know
I
how
know,
you
I
feel for
know,
animals. It's gross.
I know. It's just what works for me. I don't know what it is. It's just
Well, if I see someone's dog or cat on the way home, whenever I come home, if we're going to live together, maybe I'll bring you home a snack.
that would actually be really nice.
Oh my god, it would be takeout for you. And she'll just go into a smile.
I love her already.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
that's great.
you don't really have a lot of room here, so I was thinking I could have the sofa and maybe you keep Johnny in your room at night?
Yeah.
Or should I say in the day?
Oh,
So he
that's
doesn't,
right.
eat my face while I sleep?
Yes, yes, he'll definitely stay in there while we're sleeping. And I guess if I'm the last one to leave or you're the last one to leave, we just, make sure we let him out so he can walk around the house, get his exercise. Um,
He
I
is
was actually
looking a
gonna
bit on
take
the
him on a
chunky
walk.
side.
Oh, that's just how he looks. He's not chunky. It's all fur.
I
It's
didn't say there's
real.
anything wrong with that. I think it's kind of adorable, but I'm just saying maybe just a little bit chunkier than normal.
All right. Well, it's all right. He's okay. I think he deserves every pound that he gets. And I swear, it's mostly just fur weight. If you really peel it back, not that I'm
Oh, I
saying
can
we should
shave
shave
him.
him. No, I knew you were going to say that.
Oh,
If you just pull it back a little, you see he's really like mostly skin, and it's kind of funny. Maybe during the summer, you can help me cut his fur. How about that?
That sounds horrible, but I'll give it a try.
Okay.
And as you go on about, shaving animals, talking about eating neighbors, and, the normal stuff,
Yeah.
the night will eventually come to an end, and you will both have to take your sleep, now with a new roommate, in fear with the new situation in London. And we are going to skip a little bit of time here, as it has
Okay.
been 2 weeks since this night. And if you would put your hunger at 2 now.
Yep.
In the last 2 weeks, you have lived quite peacefully with Claire, growing closer with her, learning more about her. The fact that she has been seeing things has not changed. Every now and then you'll find her upset about something she saw. Being of your clan, the type of situation she's in, seeing things that maybe have not even happened yet, that are yet to come. She talks about a fire sometimes. She talks about a laboratory. She talks about soldiers running over the streets. But being a Malkavian, this could be things that happened in the past. This could be things to come. Or this could be part of her affliction of being of your clan that simply are just not true. It is impossible to say. The 2 weeks will come and go, and in that time, she has respected your rules, left the neighbors alone. Unfortunately, about a week and a half after this night, your neighbor, the old lady, did pass away. You
Oh.
managed to spend some time with her during the, near the end. She got very affectionate and close with Johnny, but she did pass away. And in the last few days, her family have come down from the north and are packing up her belongings, and have been for the last few days. You don't really get along with them. They seem very uptight and wanting more to sell off her things, and what did she leave in her will, that type of family.
Ugh. I knew it really mattered about her. So that's fine.
But you will know that you're going to probably get a new neighbor soon, where she once was. And we will join tonight as 2 weeks, obviously, and you are heading home with Johnny after spending most of the night with him, just, walking around London, getting him some exercise, as Claire is always teasing that he's a chonk when it comes to dogs. But you keep on insisting that it's just the fur. But getting a little paranoid, you will take him out for a long, long walk. But
It's just the fur.
and every now and then you did catch Claire, like cutting at his fur, just small little bits, dreaming of the day when she gets to shave him. And you will return home now 2 weeks later, and as you are walking down the hallway, seeing a bunch of scratch marks on the floor where it looks like the family has moved out the bigger furniture of their grandma, I would like you to make me a wits awareness.
Awareness. Oh, music change. Did it come through? Yes, it did.
With 2 successes. You will notice something off about Johnny as you get closer and closer to your door. He isn't growling. And over the 2 weeks, he has only slightly lessened his attitude towards Claire. You know that this is just a part of his nature, being what she is and what he is. But he is not growling right now. which is strange. As you get closer to the door, you will notice it's open and maybe a few inches ajar. What do you do?
Um, I think Kofi's first reaction is, Clara, I said close the door when you walk in. And she's gonna like push the door open and uh yeah, she's gonna push the door open and just I think she's assuming that Clara's either in the back of the apartment or she's just not here. That's why Johnny hasn't reacted. So that's what she does. And she walks in, like puts her keys down and lets Johnny loose.
As you do, Johnny, as yeah, after you take him off the leash, he will freeze, and he will then quickly move in front of you and begin to not growl like you've seen him growl before at Claire, but a deep, angry growl. A growl you have never heard come out of this dog before.
She's gonna look at where he's growling and like quickly grab onto his what is it called? Like harnessed?
Collar?
Well, collar. There you go. Because I don't think a harness would be. Anyways, yeah. Grabs his collar and she looks to see what he's growling at.
You will look over deeper into your apartment, and you will notice that some things have been knocked over, some things have been smashed, and written on the window, big letters, a red liquid, thick and congealing. You will see these words. It will say, "Fetch the engine. Fetch the engine. London's burning." And that's it. No signs of Claire. And the room looks like it's been... Not that a fight has happened here, but someone has smashed, pushed over, and made a mess of your apartment.
Huh. Um, if I go over and smell the stuff or like the writing, does it smell like blood?
It does smell like blood, and it also smells like Claire.
Oh.
You
Um.
also see a bloodied knife on the floor near the writing. It looks to be, most likely from what you can tell, Claire or someone cut her and then used her blood to write this message.
Oh my gosh. Did Clara have a phone?
She did.
She's going to call her phone
As soon as
and
you do
like,
that, you will hear a ringing phone behind you.
oh, that's what I feared. Okay. And Johnny is still growling, or has he like?
He's calmed down a bit, and he is not leaving your side.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna, or Kofi's gonna real quick close her door and like lock it, and then grab Clara's phone and look at it to see if maybe she can see anything within her messages or something random
You
like
do.
that. Okay.
You see, as soon as you open it, there is a note app. Not an app, but the note part where someone can write down notes and keep it for later in the phone, which is a flip phone. And you will see that Clara has over and over again writ that same message that is on the window. Fetch the engine, fetch the engine. London is burning.
London is burning. Oh gosh. All right. Oof. Okay. Yeah. I think during this, she's gonna quickly get Johnny like something to munch on, and she's gonna call Gregory, who I don't know if he's responded to anything lately, but she's
He has
definitely gonna
not
call him.
responded in those 2 weeks,
Oh
and
my
it's getting you
gosh.
a bit worried.
Oh, I think I'm alone. Uh, all right. I think she tries calling again, like right now, to explain to see what's if he'll pick up, and if he doesn't, she's gonna text him again and be like, "Hey, hi again. Getting worried now. Had a break in at my apartment. Um, just need some help,
W-
please."
One thing you know, in those 2 weeks, his phone would have lost battery. It would have lost charge. You wouldn't have been able to ring it. It would have told you, this person's phone is switched off.
Oh,
But in those 2 weeks, it's always been on, always been charged. And as you ring again, you hear the ringing. So you know that it's on. The phone is on. Doesn't answer. And you send the message, but no reply.
oof. Huh. Wow, shoot. Hmm. What do I do?
Out of
Okay.
game,
Yeah.
it's okay for you to say, I don't know what to do.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Okay. And that is exactly what your character will do. There is nothing to do. There is no You are not a part of the Camarilla. You cannot go to them and say, help me. You do not get that right as you are not a part of it. You cannot go to the Annex for help because you are not a part of it. That is the downside of being independent. You do not get help when things go wrong. And you will sit there in your apartment realizing that for the first time, maybe since you became a kindred, you are on your own. There is no help coming. There is no one you can reach out to for help. It's just you and Johnny in your apartment in a city you barely really know. And that's going to be that night. The next
Whew.
few nights, you will, I'm guessing, maybe look for her on the streets, try and figure out what happened to her.
Yeah. Even like look at her contacts to see if there's anyone she like talked to
Mm-hmm.
or stuff. But
Going
yeah.
through her contacts, some people you will be able to get through. It doesn't seem that she was very popular. She didn't have a lot of friends. And you can probably tell why. Most kindred outside of the clan Malkavian don't really like to hang out with your clan, and there is good reason for that. You yourself know that.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, though, some of her Malkavian contacts, quite a lot of them, you get the same response. This person's phone is switched off. This person's phone is switched off. Malkavian after Malkavian after Malkavian. This person's phone is switched off. And those days of searching will give little to where she may have gone. And those days will turn into weeks until finally it may just hit you that maybe she is gone. You don't know where, what happened to her, but she seemed to have joined the missing Malkavians.
Oh no.
Another
Clara.
another week will pass. And then eventually, while you are sitting down watching some TV, it looks like the news is on, and it is talking about a big shootout that just happened in the kind of the central park of London. It seems like there was a big shootout, and many police officers were killed, and they are still searching the area for suspects. This happened just last night, and there seems to be a big manhunt happening. And as you're watching this, you will get a message on your phone. Finally, a response from your sire. that simply says, I'm sorry, there's a lot. I'll be in touch soon. And that is all.
Sorry, there's a lot. Um, she texts back a thumbs up. Oh, yeah, she texts back a thumbs up, and she kind of looks at the TV screen. Oh, I see, and they say nothing about what's happening. Yeah, I think she texts him back thumbs up, and then like follows up with glad to hear you're okay, or yeah, glad to hear you're okay. Um, and it sends him a picture. Wait, does flip phones still do pictures around this time? Whatever. Sends him a picture of Johnny,
Okay.
and that's it.
A few more days will pass, and I will say, in this time that has been passing, is there anything Kofi would have want to have done or tried?
Um, I think she would keep working on her music. Um, I think she might have maybe at some point tried to think deeply about the things that Clara was seeing. Um, not think, what is it called? Premonition? Is it like if she able to do that? Like,
I don't know. Have you got that power?
oh, yes, I do.
You
Um,
do. Are you saying you wish to try and do a force premonition?
yeah, because I think she has a moment where she's like, well, maybe I can try to get more clarity on what she was seeing. But I think Kofi's also terrified every time she has a premonition, I will say. So forcing herself to do it is kind of like, okay, this is for Clara. That's the only reason I'm doing this.
In that case, you need to make a roll.
Oh gosh.
If you look on the power, it should tell you what to roll.
Resolve and discipline. Uh, bada bing. No modifiers. Is that correct?
A
Resolve.
2.
Did I do that right? Resolve and
Let me check for you. Resolve is 2. You have 4 dice then. You have 2 in that. Your blood potency is. What is your blood potency? Why can't I find your blood potency?
blood and XP. One. Blood potency is one.
Okay, so you don't get a plus on that. So yeah, it is just a 2.
Okay.
In those days, and you try this with a 2, you will smell smoke. You will hear flames as the world itself will become distant to you. You can tell that you are out of practice, as this vision is not as strong as you would hope it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And the smell of flames and fire hit you, and the sound of squeaking wheels will hit you. It sounds like maybe hospital beds squeaking by, and you'll hear sounds of crying and moaning,
Mm-hmm.
the sounds of metal clanging together, and a distant, like a maybe a horn, a train horn, or maybe a boat horn will go off.
Hmm. Distant horn, train, or boat. Mm-hmm.
And the air itself, it smells like disinfectant. But that's it. The vision
Uh,
goes.
okay. Oof. Um. Wow. Yeah, she like shakes her head a bit and she's probably like holding Johnny or like petting Johnny or something like that while this happens.
Well,
Um,
as you open your eyes and kind of look around the world, as you're holding Johnny, his like muzzle, his big nose and mouth will literally be resting on your chin, just looking at you.
oh, I love this dog. Um, yeah, she's gonna hug him a bit and go, "Okay, we're gonna be okay." Um, and we're
This
gonna we're
this dog ever dies, your humanity goes straight to zero.
100%.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
just get rid of my character once my dog dies. Um, um, yeah, and she's gonna yeah, actually no, that I think that's all she does. She's probably just gonna try to focus on her music and anything she might hear about Clara,
Mhm.
and I don't think she goes out much, to be honest. I think she's a little
Afraid.
unnerved. Yeah, afraid, unnerved. Unless the occasional, like, go get something to snack on slash walking, Johnny, but she goes straight back to her apartment and just
Okay.
stays there.
In that case, a few more days will pass until eventually, during just another night with Johnny watching TV, they're still talking about the big investigation into what happened a few nights ago with the police, and there is no official leads as of yet. You will get a phone call, and it will begin to ring, ring, ring.
She picks it up. Is there caller ID in the 2000s? Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
so she looks
say,
at the caller ID, but she'll pick it up anyways.
okay. As you pick it up, you'll hear a familiar voice, your sire on the other end. Kofi?
Oh, wow. Be still my unbeating heart. It is so great to hear from you.
um, yes, are you alright?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not breathing, so I think I'm okay. Um, yeah, I think she's being sarcastic, but then she'll like go quiet for a bit and go, "Yeah, just I don't know if you saw my messages about Clara
I did.
or yeah.
I've talked with some of the higher ups in the Camarilla, and well, she's gone, from what we can tell. Um, listen, I'm in town again. I have been for a few days now. Can we meet up?
Uh, I think she hesitates for a moment. And I'm hoping she doesn't, or she's hoping that Gregory probably doesn't realize that she's hesitating because she's actually afraid to leave her apartment. But she's still gonna be like, yeah, we can meet up. Where? Where do you want to meet up?
You know the cemetery on Queen Street? There.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be over. Yeah, I'll be over. I'll leave Johnny. Cause I know he doesn't like you much. Um, okay, yeah, I'll be over.
Give him a good scratch from me,
I will.
and you'll
Uh,
hear, before you can even say anything else, the phone will go dead. He is
okay,
not acting like his normal self at all.
not at all. Uh, she's gonna go, okay, well, I'll be back, Johnny. She pets him on the head and like just like quickly just heads out. Not much
Wow.
dilly dallying.
You didn't even give him a scratch from your sire. That's cold.
No.
That's real cold.
She is still rebellious.
As you leave the room, you'll see your new neighbor who has just moved in, a handsome man, young, maybe around 25, 26 years old. Um, looks to be from what you've heard through the doors, the walls, and what he's been talking about on phones. He sounds like a struggling actor who's trying to break into the biz right now, and yeah, he's chatted with you, or at least tried to, but in the last few weeks, you really haven't, been in the mood to be the chatting type. And as you begin to leave, he'll kind of look over at you and say, "Uh, hey, Kofi, um, have you been having problems with the with the water? I've been, I've really been, trying to get the guy to come fix it, but it's just been a nightmare. Is yours running fine?"
I think she like startles a little bit, but then she like turns to look at him and smiles. Goes, "Oh, yeah, on and off, but all you really got to do." She's like, "Yeah, the landlord's not the best, but you really just do like hit the pipes a little bit, just give it a good bopping, and if it's freezing over, I don't know exactly which. If you're getting sludge, just like pop, like let the water run for a while, and I promise it'll clear up. Or you could hit the pipes a little. That kind of shakes the dust loose. If it's freezing over, warm a hot towel, throw it over. At the end of the day, just boil any
Oh
water you
God,
have." Is that Zac Efron?
I have no idea. But yeah, he kind of looks like this guy, young, kind of a messed up hair, but yeah,
Well, yeah, she yeah, so she kind of says that and goes, "Don't worry, it'll clear up eventually. It's I'm pretty sure the lady who was in here before you, she didn't really have much help. So I'm sure once you run the water a bit, it'll clear up. But yeah, if you need anything, you can knock on my door occasionally, and I could give you some water or whatever if you need. If your water's not running, neighbors, right?
yeah. Um, you often on a rush or something?
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go meet I'm gonna go see my dad. He's in town, and I haven't seen him in a while. So just gonna go say hi and like talk and stuff. You know how it is, parents trying to be
Yeah.
independent, but yeah.
Well, if you want, I can maybe walk your dog sometime when you're out. I mean, if you wanted me to. I I mean, if that's not weird.
Oh, no, that's not weird at all. I mean, I can walk him over occasionally, and we could uh sorry. Um, what were we talking about? Um,
I I- I'll catch
right.
you later, Kofi.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Bye. She's
And
gonna dash off.
just because you've now got Zac Efron in my head, this is what he looks like.
Alright, let me see. Oh, that's cute.
But yes, he will kind of. You will both kind of fumble your words and bumble your way into a strange um experience before quickly moving on. And
Yeah.
but yes, nice neighbor it seems so far.
Okay. Oh, I
But
didn't get his name. I think Kofi also thinks that. She's like, "Oh crap, I didn't get his name."
I got lost in his eyes.
Yeah. It was the hair swoop.
But quick, kind of Would you say Kofi would be a little bit embarrassed from that situation and made her way out?
Definitely.
Okay.
She definitely lost her train of thought while talking to him. So she was probably like, crap, it happened again. And she probably remembers halfway down, like on the street, that she's like, oh, we were talking about walking Johnny, and I forgot. Anyways, whatever. And she's like, forget it.
In that case, you will make your way outside, jump onto your bike, and make your way to the cemetery, which is one of the oldest in London. It dates back hundreds upon hundreds of years and has kind of been forgotten in recent years. The maintenance has really dropped, and you know, it has been covered in graffiti, and kids, especially the gothic kids, like to go there and hang out and have parties at night. It's mostly quiet there tonight, though, and as you make your way inside, quickly you will recognize a certain face.
That was Queen's Cemetery, correct?
No, that was the cemetery on Queen's Road.
Oh, on Queen's Road. On Queen's Road. 1 second. I'm gonna turn on my lights because the sun is setting.
Okay.
Give me
Or
one
am I
second.
scaring you?
Yeah, like I can't see my notepad anymore.
Go ahead.
My older cat just looked at me like, "How dare you turn the lights on?" Oh, all
This is
right.
my house.
She's like, "I am fully asleep," and you just turned on all the lights. Anyways,
If you would
all
like
right.
to place your token on the map.
I would like to place my token. Here she is, Miss America. Oh,
Do
here we
you
go.
know how to?
I believe so. I remember doing it uh
Grab and hold
in
on the
Star Wars.
name, not the picture, but the name. Drag and drop it on. There you go.
There we go. How do I move her? Select and move. There we go.
Okay. As you make your way in, you will see a much more nervous than you're used to Gregory waiting for you. Next to a tree and a few graves, he will look up and see you. And immediately he will almost run over to you and give you a big hug. You're okay.
She hugs him back and she goes, "Yeah, I'm okay. Where you been? Find anyone new?"
Um, yeah, just a few people. Listen, things are getting bad for people like us in this city. You've seen it, right? With Clara.
Oh yeah, it was all over my windows. Yeah, I saw.
Well, I was thinking maybe me and you could leave. I was thinking maybe Japan or Germany, somewhere different. But I went and asked for permission from the CAM, and they have denied my petition. We are not allowed to leave.
What do you? Why do you keep staying with these people? Or not these people, excuse me. These older kindred, and they keep telling you what to do. And like, if you
Kofi,
didn't
you
have,
you don't understand how this world works yet. The Camarilla are everywhere. Their power is unlimited. If you're not a part of them, then you are vulnerable, like you are now. And that's why
you
I'm
are
here tonight.
too.
No, I have people. I have protection. I can't tell you much, but you're.
Okay, okay, okay.
But listen, we can't leave. So I Luckily, I got a message from a friend. They've let me know that there's a group looking for help, and I was hoping you would agree to go help these people. In exchange, I've demanded that. Don't bite my head off when I say this, but you would join them as a part of a coterie.
What?
I know you like to be all independent and on your own, but I think it's time you started having others around you, other than me.
Well,
And
I had
honestly,
Clara.
I know, but one isn't enough. You need to be in a big group, especially these nights. I think this could be good for you. Around other kindred, and from what I've told, they're Americans, all of them. They just arrived here. They're new to the city, and they're looking for help, and this could be a golden opportunity. Now, they are attached to the Camarilla, and I know how you feel about the Cam, but you don't have to join to be a part of their coterie. You can remain independent, but this could also be a good opportunity for you to learn about the Cam, maybe even gain some boons, some influence, some friends, some people that
Mhm.
owe you favors. I know it's not your thing, but I'm asking you as your sire, as your friend, as someone who worries about you. Will you please do this for me?
And I get to keep my apartment?
Yes, you get to keep your apartment. And Johnny, you just have a bit more backup. Things go wrong.
All right. I'll do it.
He kind of puts his finger under your chin and kind of lifts your head so it meets his and says, "You promise you'll give it a try, a real try."
Yes, yes, I promise. I promise. I will.
He smiles.
I promise. I will give them the best Kofi embrace. Oh, well, oh, not embrace, but the
Not
best.
embrace, no.
Yeah, no, 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 not embrace. The best Kofi experience they ever could ask for.
And don't get me wrong, if they're a group of dicks, then let me know and maybe I can work with something else. But if you can tolerate them, then, well, you're going to be a lot safer with other kindred around backing you. This is no time to be alone. Not anymore. Not in this city.
You're keeping safe though, right? Even with all your travels, you have people backing you.
Look at me. I have lots of people backing me. And he smiles.
I see what you did there. Okay, all right. Okay, all right, no problem. Okay. I mean, because if I'm gonna keep safe and have to sit with these random people, then I hope that you are doing that too, Mr. Sire Gregory person.
Of course I am. And he'll kind of go up and flick you on the nose, kind of making fun of you a bit.
All right, I'll do it. I'll give it a try.
Hey, you write any new songs?
Actually, and she's
Oh?
gonna pull out of her back pocket the jazz song she was working on a while ago, um, and be like, "Yeah, it's coming along." I don't know. I mean, it kind of. I stopped working on it for a bit with all the Clara stuff, and started something else, but I keep going back to this, and I think I really like the vibe that is going off of, and there's just a little like saxophone part that I want to put in, and I think it would really work, but I'm trying not to make too much noise in the apartment, and she just goes off for a while just talking about music.
And he will fully enjoy every moment, as he seems to enjoy watching and listening to you ramble. And eventually, though, as you calm down, he will say, looking at these sheets of music paper that you have, "Could I take a look?"
Oh, of course. And she like hands it over to him. Some of it does look like gibberish because she definitely at some points like drifted off in thought and like scribbled like words that wasn't part of the lyrics. It was probably just whatever random thing came to mind.
Now,
Um,
this is a big
yeah.
question I have for you,
Oh,
and
yes,
think about this very hard. These sheets of paper that you hand over, is there a dog size bite mark in some of the sheets of paper?
definitely.
Of course. And
Yes, he is definitely in like paw marks, probably even like dribble, but she kind of just like writes notes around it. So her music sheets are a hot mess, but they make sense to her.
and as you see him kind of reading them, you will notice, he's a professional. He's been in the game of music for a while now, and it almost looks like he's playing the notes in his head as he looks at the sheets. And you see him begin to nod his head, almost like he's actually listening to the music right now. And it kind of builds and builds, and then quickly the sheets end as you have not finished it. And he'll kind of just look over at you, smile, and say, "Groovy." Very groovy.
Groovy. Alright. It's the 2000s now, Gregory. Groovy is not.
Groovy will come back. Okay? It will come back.
Alright. Sure. Groovy. I'm gonna write that down. Um, well, yeah, that's where I'm at. Um, yeah.
All right.
No, she's not gonna mention the neighbor yet.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's see if Gregory is the jealous type.
because she definitely is like about to say something about him, but she like stops and she like looks at him like out the corner of her eyes for a second, but and she like shakes her head like, no, 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 never mind, never mind.
After that, he will kind of relax a bit, and while looking over the music, and begins to talk about, what it could use. Maybe try this, maybe try that. Have you thought about, listening to this music while trying to write it? It might chill you out a little bit more. And then he talks about, goes off about some stories, when he was young and in the industry. And it'll kind of go on. It's a nice night. Kind of turns out a little bit more peaceful than maybe what you were thinking. But at the end of it, he will turn to you and say, "All right, I'll give them the go ahead, and I'll be in contact soon, all right? I'll tell you when and where to meet them. But you need to be ready to go at a moment's notice, okay?"
Okay. I mean, I have someone who can walk Johnny now, maybe, so that's okay. Um, okay. Yeah, I'll be ready.
All right.
Uh, can I ask one thing? This is her to Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if you're like busy and you see I message you, could you maybe send at least like an emoji or something?
What the
Just so I
hell is
know
an
you're.
emoji?
Oh, sorry, an emoticon, just in case,
I have no
you
idea what
know.
that is either.
Oh, she's gonna show him her phone. It's like you see, like sometimes if you take a semicolon or like whatever this is,
Oh, that kind
and
of makes kind of looks like a smiley face on the side there. Do you see that?
yeah, so like just send me one of those or. whatever image you want to make, it doesn't matter. It's just something I've been doing lately that it could be our code. So if you're okay or if I'm okay, I could send, or if I'm in trouble, I'll send like, I don't know, this like frowny thing. I mean, like you see these like the arrows, if I put the arrow upside down, it makes like a
Oh,
frown.
oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so you don't have to send a full message, but just something that we both know that we're both okay. Because I mean, I know I'm gonna have these people, but like, you're like my first, family and stuff. I mean, as well as Johnny, but
as you
I love.
say that, he'll wrap his arm around your neck and kind of pull you into a hug, and then kind of laugh and chuckle a little bit, and then kind of softly but sweetly kind of kiss you on the top of the head through all the bushel of hair.
She's gonna try to like push him away, like with her hand on his face. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't ask for all of that, but just wanted to make sure that we, look out for each other too. Because I guess, I mean, I don't know how exactly these coteries work or whatever, but like, if I'm using the right term, like, you and and not Kofi, you and Clara and Johnny, you're my first coterie, and I don't want to forget you guys, when I meet these other people.
Never gonna happen. Family is always family. There may be
Okay.
ups and downs, but you're always gonna be family.
Okay. Okay, cool. Whatever.
Wow, I get real deep when I talk with you.
Yeah, as you should. It's the touch of an artist. And she's gonna like
Okay,
flip her hair.
calm down there, Squirt. And he'll kind of rub the hair a little bit, and kind of smile as he does. But you're out okay, right? Nothing else. Johnny's okay.
Yeah, Johnny's okay. I've been getting snacks at the pet zoo. Um,
You've been feeding, right?
yes, feeding. Gosh, so technical.
Frequently. You haven't been starving yourself, have you?
No,
Like a
not really.
subterfuge roll. Subterfuge manipulation.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would 100% take a fail in that. Oh, yeah, I already.
Okay. He will look you up and down. Kofi, just you're gonna eat animals, eat them frequently, okay? Maybe I can have a cat delivered to you nightly or something. Just eat, please.
Yeah, I will. I will. I don't let the hunger get that bad. I just, it's just not necessary to do it all the time, you know? I'm not gonna hurt anyone.
Honestly, I kind of wish you would.
What?
I mean, feed off of them rather than animals.
Oh, well, that's not gonna happen. So
I know.
we can move past that conversation because that's not gonna happen.
God, vegetarians. All right, well, I've got to go, but keep your phone with you and take care of yourself. And I'll be in touch soon, okay?
I will.
For
I
God's
mean,
sake, eat.
yeah, I will. I don't know, start dog walking or something. I'll get a job or something.
You don't need a job. I'll take care of you. I've already told you this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a job, and I told you this. Especially now, I can't like be with this group of people and then be like, "Oh no, my sire supports me." Like I'm gonna look like a kid around them. I have to have my own job.
All right, all right. I'll see you later, all right?
Yep. See you. Stay safe.
He'll kind of walk over to you and pull out his arms and kind of take you into a warm hug. Lasts maybe 7 seconds before he pulls away and just looks you up and down and just says, "What am I going to do with you?" And then quickly turns and begins to walk away.
All right. She'll stand there for a bit and like watch him, and then also start to head away.
As he walks away, you'll see what looks to be four goth kids having a party in the cemetery. One of the girls will whistle at him, catcall style, as he walks away. But you will keep going.
Funny.
And eventually you will make your way back home, back to Johnny, who is happy when he sees you. He is one of those dogs that doesn't have the longest of tails, so when he shakes his tail, what there is of it, he kind of shakes his whole butt instead of just the tail.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, the full butt is just wiggling on its own there. It's cute and adorable.
Oh man, she's definitely like cuddling him and holding him. She's like, "Oh, you're just so cute." Um, Question:
Yes,
Could she doing the animal familiar thing? So does she
familiar.
just yeah, animal familiar thing? Does she just like give him some of his her blood, and then
Hmm.
will that affect my hunger at all, or
It will. You'll have to do a rouse check for it
okay?
to see if it makes you hungrier. Would you like
I
to do
think
that
she
now?
yes.
Okay. Please do a rouse check as you begin to cut into your hand or any way you wish, revealing some of your blood and allowing Johnny to lick it up. You're lucky tonight. You do not gain hunger.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
how would you like to feed Johnny your blood?
Um. Oh, this is gross. I
A
think she
doggy
just puts
bowl?
it in his food. Yeah. Yeah, she just puts it in his food, and she's like, "All right, here you go."
Like trying to give animals medicine, you kind of crush it up with the food, trick them
Yeah.
to eat it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then
Yeah. Then she like makes a bond with him.
and you will. I'll say, during those weeks that we went over, this would be the last time you would need to feed him for him to become your full ghoul familiar.
Gotcha.
So you do have that, and after he takes the blood, you do feel a much deeper connection with him, as he also kind of turns and looks at you, and there is just something there, a connection. Kind of walk over as you're sitting on one of the chairs, and he will just literally rest his whole head, his whole poofy head on your lap, and his eyes will just meet yours, and there is an intelligence between you two, a bond now formed.
Nice.
And that is where we will end this session.